Hello lovely people, welcome to my sewing channel. My name is Anita and this is my channel Sewing Yogi. So welcome back if you are a subscriber, and if you are completely new then welcome, and I hope you will join me through my sewing journey. So today I am talking about what I'm making in January. Now obviously I'm aware that we are now in halfway through January, but I've had a few delays this month, and so I have plans to make 3 things, but I'm not convinced I'm going to get all of those done as I've got loads of other things to do. So the first being the one that I have on the mannequin just behind me. I've already started to make this, and if you have seen my previous vlogs you may have had a glimpse of this fabric before, and I have also made this dress before in my, I think it was my November makes, and it is McCall's 7973. So it's this pattern here, and the version I previously made was a mishmash of all of the makes. So I think I did skirt A, skirt A is this one with the frill, and I did the top, the bodice, the tie for B, and I did the arms for C and D. So this time I wanted to actually make view D, which is the very long version here, and it has a split in the skirt. However, I kind of didn't look again at the pattern, which I did last month as well for a skirt pattern I made. I didn't look at how much fabric I needed on the back of the pattern, and I kind of just guessed, and I didn't order enough. So this fabric here, which I've got here right in front of me down here, I already cut this out, so this is just the remainder, is a John Caldwell fabric. It's a crepe. I think it's a Madrid crepe, and I didn't order enough of it, so I'm really annoyed. I think I only ordered 2¼ meters. I don't even think I ordered 2½ meters. Now I don't know what I was thinking. I was obviously having a bit of a meltdown before Christmas. So I couldn't make view D. So after faffing about with drawing out version D, I couldn't actually get the pieces out. So I've had to go with the skirt for A again, but I am sticking with the top version of D. So it's just a little slit in the front with the sleeves, and then the skirt will be for A here, because I didn't think that the version for B, which I've made before with the little ruffle on the top and then the tie, would work with this fabric. I wasn't convinced. I think the print is perhaps too big for it, and I just thought it wouldn't work. So I'm doing that version in that John Caldwell crepe fabric, and I've just had to order some Microtex needles, sewing needles, because I've never bought these before, but I'm having a real issue with sewing up this fabric. Now the needles I've got on the machine are the ones that are recommended for using for very fine fabrics. So it's a 7010 I think I've got on there at the moment, and first I thought my needle was blunt, so I changed the needle and put a brand new one on, but that actually made it worse. So what's happening is the needle is piercing the fabric, and then when it's pulling it out, it's dragging, I'm assuming, the white through to the front. So I'm getting kind of like little drag marks, little white drag marks where the needles pierce the fabric. And I've got it down my seams on the sides, and I've got it at the front. And it's a bit annoying. I've never had this before with any of the fabrics I've ever worked with. And it does look quite obvious because it's black. You can see the white marks. So I've looked it up on Google, and I found that a Microtex needle was also suggested. So I've just purchased some of these today to see if this is going to be any better. So again, these are 7010 Microtex needles. I'm going to see if this works. I'm really hoping it does. So what I've had to do with that front is get a black Sharpie pen and colour in the bits that are showing through the white. So at the point at the front where it has the little V at the front, the cutout, there's quite a few little white marks. So I've just coloured them in with the black Sharpie pen and it's worked. So if it doesn't work with the microtext, I think that's what I'll have to do for the rest of it. But I am really disappointed because this is really expensive fabric. But I will say this was gifted to me by Minerva, and so I'm glad that I didn't buy it. If I'd have bought this, I would be well miffed. Yeah, so I've never had that before. I don't know whether any of you out there have had that before with this sort of fabric, or any other fabrics that maybe are sort of quite drapey and soft. So yeah, I was really a bit put out by that. But anyway, I'm going to give these needles a go. After I film this, I'm going to have another go at starting the skirt for that. So yeah, and this time, because the last version I made was slightly too big for me, it doesn't look really awful, but every time I put it on, I still think it's a bit too much fabric around the waist area. And so it does have a lot of ease, this fabric. So last time I made the 6 on the shoulders, the 8 for the chest, and then I've gone down to 14 for the waist, as that's what it's suggested in the pattern. Whereas this time I've done a 6, an 8 and a 12 on the waist, and I shall see how that works out and see if it's any better. So I should also point out that I've just had the hair done today. So I'm really thrilled to actually get my hair cut, because I hadn't had it cut for quite some weeks. I think October was the last time I had it cut. I was meant to have it cut in November, and I couldn't afford to get it done, so I had to cancel that. And then my hairdresser doesn't always come to the place where I have my hair done. So she lives far away, and she just keeps one day every month or every 2 months to visit the salon to where I go. And she's a really, really good hairstylist. I've been going to her for years, and she understands my hair because my hair is naturally curly. And if you have naturally curly hair, your hair has to be cut differently to if you say have straighter hair. So she's brilliant. However, she couldn't get back to Birmingham to where I have my hair done in the salon, so I had to go to another lady, which I have been to before previously, years and years and years ago. And she also is very good, because that's why I went to her in the first place. And this is what she's done. She's done my hair lovely. She's made it all lovely and bouncy. I can't do my hair like this. I can't style hair. I'm really, really bad at styling hair. So she's made it all bouncy and swooshy, and I'm loving it. So yeah, put all my layers back in, and hopefully now it will curl properly, because if my hair gets too long and the layers come out, then it stops curling. So fingers crossed my hair's going to start going properly curly again, and it will feel nicer. It feels much lighter. Anyway, I digress. I just thought I'd say that. You may notice that I was looking a bit more put together today. So anyway, what I wanted to make for January also was a coat. So the fabric I have for this coat is a boucle, and I ordered this again from Minerva because I wanted something that was kind of coatigan-like. I didn't want a proper coat, I want a coatigan. I mean, I've got coats. I mean, you can never have enough coats. I mean, I've got a whole rail of coats up in my loft for every occasion, but you can never have enough coats. So I wanted to make a coatigan. I don't have a coatigan. So I bought this, and you may not be able to see it on the camera, but it has a little fleck through it. It has a silver fleck through, and I don't know if you can be able to pick that up. No, probably not. No, you're not going to see that on the light, but it's got a silver fleck in it, so it's kind of shimmery, and I thought that was really lovely, and I thought that would make a really nice coatigan. Now the pattern that I am thinking of making this out of is the Love Notions Octave coat. Now back in, I think it may have been November, could have been October, they had it on offer, and I missed the offer. I just, one of those things, I looked at it, thought I'll buy that later, and then I forgot, and then it went off the offer. But then they had the Black Friday offers on, so I purchased it for just a little bit more than the offer was originally, but it's fine. Because I quite like the fact that it's quite coatigan looking, and I'll put a picture in, probably that side, if there's room, of this, the line drawings of this. I thought it was coat-a-gun style, and I don't think it's a lined coat, so I think it's unlined, which is what I wanted. I've looked at lots of coat-a-guns, but I'm particular about the shape of a coat-a-gun. I can't have anything that's too cocoon-like or too round, because I'm so small, it would just swamp me. I have tried them on in shops, ready-to-wear ones, and they look awful on me. I can't get away with them. So I wanted something that was a little bit more fitted, and this one has a belt with it, and you can have it with just a sort of the collar. I can't remember what you call that collar that goes down the front, and also a hood. So I'm toying with the idea of which one to make. I can't decide whether to make the one with a hood or one without the hood and just the collar. I like both of them, but I am a sucker for a hood. I do like a hood because you just never know, do you? It's nice to have a hood when I have to stand around at bus stops and train stations a lot because I don't drive. So hoods are quite handy if you're stuck somewhere on the train station, it's freezing. A hood's good to put up and keep yourself all toasty warm. So I'm thinking about the hood version. Although to be fair, it's going to be more of a spring coat anyway. So I can't decide which one to go with. But yeah, that's what I'm going to make out of this fabric. Yeah, I'll put the, they probably still have this fabric on Minerva. So I'll put the link down below for that fabric. I don't get any, I'm not affiliated, I'm an ambassador, but I don't have the thing where you can click on the link and I get money. I don't have that. I don't know how that works. I haven't even looked at that yet, so maybe one day, but not yet. So yeah, that's my other plan. But again, the coat, it's going to be probably a little bit more involved, so it may take me a little longer. And there's one other thing that I kind of want to make before the end of January. And again, I will get the fabric. The next thing I want to make is actually a black garment. I don't have any black dresses, just plain black. I thought I had. I think I used to have quite a few when I was younger. It used to be my staple. I used to wear a lot of black when I was younger. But I have looked in my wardrobe and I don't have any black dresses or garments. Now the reason I'm saying this is because we have a funeral to go to at the end of the month, and I have nothing black. So I could go and purchase something, but I thought it would be nicer if I was to actually make this garment. So what I thought was, and I have mentioned this before, I have a lovely friend on Instagram, and she made a dress version of the Audrey top from Sew Over It, and it is a beautiful, beautiful dress. It just looks perfect. It has a kind of vintage style look about it because of the way the top is. So I have bought just some literally black Ponte di Roma, and again I think this was from Minerva. I think I just had a bit of a bulk buy from Minerva one day. So yeah, I've got this black Ponte di Roma, and I want to make the Audrey top, but then I want to make it into a dress. So I found out this other pattern that I have for knit skirts, and it's a McCall's pattern, 6654. I think I actually had this free with a magazine, and it's different knit skirts. So I'll show you if you can see that. It's just different plain knit skirts. Now you can have, I think there's a slimmer version and then the more flared version. So I'm thinking of this version here, the more flared that's on the main picture. It's more like a flared skirt with a waistband on it. There is a version, I think, without the waistband, so I think you can probably combine the two. I think I is just the longer version. Yeah, I think I is just the longer version of that one. So it would be that length, but it would be without the waistband, obviously. I mean, I suppose you could add the waistband. I don't know how tricky that would be to hack the top into that. I don't know. Maybe it's just easier just to have a seam. Yeah, I think so anyway. Or does it have... no, I think that might be an elasticated waist. Anyway, I'm sure I can manage to make that match the top somehow. And of course it will be a knit dress, so it won't need any zips or anything. I can usually make up an Audrey top quite quickly now. I've made quite a few of them. You'll probably see one of my previous vlogs. I made a successful version of the Audrey top. Prior to that, I made about 6 different versions, which were all fails. Could not get that top to work for me. Finally hit the nail on the head and got one that fits and looks okay. I can't remember which version it is. It's the version with the knot, not the tie, the bow, sorry. It's just the knot version. That works for me. Whereas I was trying to make the plain version, just could not get that to work at all. It just wasn't working. So I was thinking of making that and hopefully trying to get that done before the end of January. Again, I might be pushing it. I've still got to finish that one. And yeah, the coat might have to wait till next month. So you might be seeing that one in my next month's makes. You might be seeing that one comes up again, the coat. But yes, so those are the things that I'm planning on making. Now I've noticed there's loads of vloggers doing the make 9. I'm not going to do a make 9. I don't know if I've said this before. I don't make plans for my sewing generally beyond the next month because I'm not very good at sticking to them. I just know I wouldn't stick to them. So there's no point me trying to make a make 9 list. And also, my mood changed so quickly. I'm a little bit Jekyll and Hyde, to be honest. And my mood changes so quickly. I just flip between different things, like what I like 1 minute, and then what I don't like the next. So I think it's probably wise that I don't do that. So I won't be doing a make 9. I may do in the future, but at the moment, my head is so filled with other stuff at the moment. I've got so much going on in my head. That it's not wise for me, I don't think, to be trying to pick 9 things that I'm going to be making for the rest of the year. Another thing that I was going to mention that I have got and I want to make is a kit that I have bought, and it's the first kit I've ever bought sewing wise. I see loads of people with the lovely Sew Helly Jane boxes every month. I feel so jealous and really want to purchase one, but my funds at the moment are so low. It's just silliness for me to want to do that really. And I bought this kit, and you know, I can't afford this kit, and I don't know what's the matter with me. I do this a lot. When I've got no money, I just spend money like there's no tomorrow. And I mean, like, you know, I've got no money and I've just gone and get my hair done. But I was desperate. I needed to get my hair cut. It was looking diabolical. So yeah, I bought this kit. I ummed and ahed for about 5 minutes and then went, you know what, just buy it. I'm like this close to my overdraft. Like, don't buy anything else. Don't buy anything else. So anyway, I've bought this kit. And you would have seen these kits. It's a Guthrie and Garney Sewing Society kit. And they sent out an email beginning of January where they had some on discount that they had backlog of. But they also had some left from, I think it was November and December, might have even been October as well. And I just went for it. There was another one that I kind of wanted, but for the money, I thought there's going to be more in this one for the money than it was in the other one. The other one, I was like, you're not getting much for your money. So I went with this one instead. So I have purchased the Lyra by Tilly and the Buttons, and I've seen loads of beautiful versions of this dress. When this dress first came out, I wasn't remotely interested in it. Just thought, nah, it's alright, it's not nothing special. But I have seen so many beautiful versions of this. Ruan's from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. I made one at Christmas time, and I think she's just started making another one. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. I just fell in love with this Lyra, just purely by seeing hers. They're so good. And there's a few others that I've seen on Instagram, and I just thought, you know what, they actually are really nice. And then when I saw the email out, and then the version that Lauren had on, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Now, there was only one fabric that was left. There was another fabric, which is a floral fabric, which must have sold out really quickly because that had none of that left. So I've gone with a denim version, and it's all wrapped up still. I haven't opened it up, but it's a denim fabric. You might have seen this, sorry for the rustling. It's more like, I suppose, a really soft denim, so it would be a really nice Lara once I've made it up. So here it is. It's a beautiful blue colour, deep blue colour, I should say. Indigo, I think it's called. Indigo blue. So I have that as well to make up. And I am a little bit afraid. I think I put on my Instagram grid, I am terrified of this. At the same time, I am absolutely loving it. So you get all the notions for that. You get the buttons, obviously you get the pattern, which is printed out for you. And you get the notions, the things that you need. It's like interfacing. Let's just get the box. Just look at it in the box. I've just got it sat there, waiting for me excitedly. You get needles. So if you've ever seen a Sewing Society kit, you'll know what you get really. But I'll show you. You get the thread that matches, and you get a little label which is me made written on it. Might not see that. And you get the elastic that's for the cuffs if you do the long sleeve version, and then you get some buttons. So you get the little buttons, nice cute little buttons. And yeah, you get everything that you need for making it. I'm so super excited. But I did see the new Hayley Jane box this month. Looks amazing. I'll buy it at some point, but not yet. When I've got more money, when I get another job, need another job before I can buy any more stuff. So yeah, one day, aspirations of having that one day. That's the Hayley Jane box. But yeah, I just thought I would go with this, give it a go, try one, and yeah, I'm excited about that. But again, I don't know when I'm going to make this up. Far too many things to make, not enough time. So while I'm here, I just thought I would mention what I'm wearing today. I always forget to say what I'm wearing, and you may be interested. It is the Emma dress by Sew Over It, and I think I have a vlog of when I made this. I think right at the beginning I had a few issues with the bodice, and it took me quite a while to get this to fit, the princess seams to fit. So if you are interested in that vlog, I could put a link up above if you wanted to see how I managed to get this to fit me. There were quite a few issues, the gaping neckline, a lot of bagging around the top of the bust, but yeah, now it fits me perfectly. I love it, and I will make another. You may be able to see that it's a plum and black checked fabric, Ponte d'Aroma, and this is a secret pajamas dress for sure. It's so comfortable. I love it. I think that's everything I've got to chat about today. That's all I was going to say, what I'm going to make. I think that's probably enough for me. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope you've liked this today. And if you have, then please give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate all your lovely positive vibes when you give me the thumbs up. It gives me a little confidence boost, if that makes sense, because I do have moments of thinking, I don't really know what I'm doing in this. So if you give me the thumbs up, then I feel really pleased. And yeah, and if you're not a subscriber yet, then please do subscribe, and so you can follow what I'm going to get up to this year. Hopefully lots of lovely sewing to show you. So yeah, I hope you're all really well, and you're having a really good week, and I look forward to seeing you again probably the end of the month to show you what I have made. So yeah, take care everyone, and sending you all tons of love. Bye.